Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to a speed build of an industrial apartment that is pretty much a collab with my friend Max. Now, before I get into that, I just want to address the fact that there's face cam on a speed build. I don't think I've ever done this before. I've actually asked you guys if you thought it was a good idea or a bad idea, and honestly, a lot of you said it was a bad idea, but it's like the only series on my channel that doesn't have face cam, so I want to at least test it out so you can see it, and if you really hate it, I'll remove it, and if you really like it, I'll keep it going. So just let me know in the comments below. But anyways, so Max is Maks of MaksPlayground. She's a good friend of mine. She's an amazing simmer. She has an amazing channel, which I will link in the description below. But basically, we've done this before where okay, let me try to explain this. I pick an apartment and I build it and I furnish it with obviously the items that come with the game. I have all the expansion packs, so it's not limited to any expansion packs. Basically, I don't use CC. That's what I'm trying to say in a nutshell. I don't use any custom content, but Max does, and she has some amazing custom content. So we came up with this little fun challenge where I would furnish an apartment. She would take the same apartment, deconstruct it, and furnish it with custom content. So you're going to get two versions. My version, which is custom content free, and her version, which is custom content full. I don't know. It makes sense, I promise. So there will be a second video on her channel that you guys can go check out to see what the same apartment looks like with custom content, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like I explained that properly. I mean, I did, but I did in a weird way, so I am so sorry. But anyways, okay. I love the way this came out. Like the whole point of this series is to be like, oh, custom content can really enhance your game and give you things to use that you wouldn't have. But for me, it's to showcase that, hey, you don't need custom content. So it's really for you guys to decide. And of course, the style is going to be the same. They're both going to be industrial apartments, but the way that we furnish it and the items that we choose are, of course, going to be different. So I'm just curious to see what you guys think. So obviously, watch this video and then obviously go watch Max's video and let me know in the comments which one you like better. It's not like a competition per se, so you don't have to pick a side if you don't want to. It's not like someone wins something, but it's fun. It's all in good fun. And, I really appreciate custom content for what it is. I've had problems with it in my game personally, so I choose not to use it. Plus, I want to be able to upload these houses for you guys to download. And if you don't use custom content or don't want custom content or don't want to have to look for the custom content, I don't want that to be an issue. So that's really another reason why I don't use it. And I have all the expansion packs, so I really don't feel like I need it either. I feel like there's a lot of clutter that comes with the game, which is great because I'm really all about clutter, which you'll definitely see in this video. Specifically, there's already a ton. I mean, we're just in the kitchen. We are 3 minutes into the video, which in real time would have been maybe like, I don't know, 20 minutes. I don't know. It's obviously sped up really fast, as you can see, and there's already so much clutter. So I go a bit overboard with it sometimes, but I like it. It's my aesthetic, and I don't know. I feel like the items that I use really fit in. I don't feel like they're super out of place or anything. So yeah, I don't really. I guess what I'm saying is I don't really need custom content. You go into buy debug, which is a cheat. If you don't know, you just do your testing cheats on, and then you type in like bb.show hidden objects, and it brings up a whole secret menu of items that the Sims team uses when they create the game, but it's not necessarily items that are available for us to use unless you use the cheat. Then you can access pretty much everything. Food items, books, clutter items, just really cool stuff. So I definitely take advantage of that sometimes when I'm cluttering up a house, which again is just another reason that I don't need custom content. Although it is beautiful, I do appreciate it, and I do like it seeing what other people come up with, especially Max, because she's one of my favorite Sims builders, so I love seeing what she comes up with. But basically, I'm just going to talk about this build for the rest of the video. It's not, I mean, technically it is custom content versus not custom content, but that's really not the point. The point is just seeing what I do compared to what she does, which I haven't seen her video yet because, I'm recording mine. We'll post them on the same day. I have no idea what she's going to do. She saw a little sneak peek of my kitchen, so yeah, I feel like she kind of has the leg up because she gets to see what I built first, and then she gets to go through and redo it, but it's okay. It's lots of fun. I love this. If you guys like this, let me know. We'll definitely do more of these. But this kitchen, I love the way it came out. I don't do a lot of industrial builds. I mean, I've done a couple, and I don't really use a whole lot of like darker colors and reds. I mean, I do, but not very often. I'm more into like the pastels and the pinks and the light blues and the purples. So doing something like this is just, I wouldn't say out of my comfort zone, but it's definitely, it's different. It's something different. I like to keep things fresh. I like to have different type of content on this channel for you. You know, both in forms of the types of videos that I give you, plus the style, because if we did everything truly to my aesthetic, it would get boring pretty fast. But to be honest, I don't know. Although I did say I do like the pastels and the really fun, pretty, lively colors, I'm also really drawn to a lot of different things. I love traditional cozy homes. I love really super modern clean lines. I love beach houses. I love tiny homes. So I don't exactly have an aesthetic. I appreciate everything. I try to showcase that in these videos. But right now we're working on the dining room, and the dining room is definitely cool. It ends up looking sort of rustic, but still modern at the same time. And that wall plaque, in case you're wondering, is part of the build. You cannot remove it. The location you can see up in the corner is 122 Hakeem House, and this entire building is considered a historic building in the game. So those plaques are in a couple of the rooms. You can't move those. It's just part of the historic building. And obviously you can't change the windows or anything either, which is kind of weird. You can sort of see it on the screen right now, but some of the windows are gray and some of the windows are black, and that kind of made me upset in the beginning, but then I decided to just take it and run with it. And since you can't add or remove windows, that imbalance of that room was driving me nuts. So I decided to just use a mirror with curtains on top just to mimic the appearance of a second window, because that asymmetry would have driven me nuts. I'm very symmetric, very symmetric. I've talked about this before, but even with my tattoos, which you can kind of see now because obviously there's face cam and I'm wearing a dress that has cutout shoulders, my tattoos are symmetric. So if I have one here, I have one here. You know, if I have one here, I have one here. I don't know if you can see that. I have one on my left knee, so I have one on my right knee. I have one on the back of my shoulder, so I have another one on the other shoulder. And they're like similar sizes and shapes. I feel imbalanced if things aren't super symmetric, and I guess it's a light form of OCD. I don't know. I've never been diagnosed with it, but yeah, even if it's not perfectly symmetrical, which obviously not everything in The Sims is going to be, it has to be balanced. It has to be. It has to make sense in my brain or it drives me nuts. But anyways, yeah, just a tidbit about me. Now we're working on this bathroom, and I kind of put all this weird piping in here to make it almost look like it was a factory or some sort of warehouse converted into apartments, and that's what gives it its historic aspect. Instead of tearing down this old building that was a factory before and completely gutting it, they decided to just renovate it into apartments. So a lot of the old piping is still there. Some of it was removed and some of it they couldn't remove. Some of it was just left for aesthetics, to be honest. I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but sometimes like the exposed beams or the exposed brick, you know, people are into that. They're into that. So I like it. I definitely like it. I'm player testing it a little bit here. Normally I would edit this part out, but I don't know why I didn't. But the neighbor kept coming into my house. I don't know. I don't play in apartments very often, so I don't know if that's something common that they do, but throughout this entire speed build, well, regular build, then sped up, neighbors just kept coming into my apartment unannounced. So I'd be building something and testing something, and then, a stranger in the kitchen, a stranger in the bedroom. I don't know why they do that. I don't know, but they should stay out of my apartment because it's my apartment. I know it's historic and all, but that doesn't mean you can come in and snoop and look around and eat my food, whatever else they did. Okay, but anyways, now moving on to the laundry room. I've been trying to create my own washers and dryers. I know we're going to get them with the Eco Pack, which is super exciting. I seriously cannot wait for that. But in the meantime, I have created my own washers and dryers. And part of it is tricks I came up with myself, and part of it is tricks that I saw other people doing, so I don't want to take full credit for it. But I think it looks really cool. And speaking of laundry, well, first of all, I record my videos out of order. I batch record and then upload them when I need them. So I don't know if this video is going to be posted after or before the one I'm about to talk about, but I'll try to link them to each other if I remember. I did a challenge. I have another friend named Anfadaya. She has a beautiful channel where she comes up with these monthly challenges, and she'll upload a room to the gallery and she'll give you a theme, and then you have to build within that room whatever the theme is. And the last one was basically a laundromat. So I created an under the sea, underwater laundromat, and lots of washers and dryers. So I tweaked the design a little bit from what I would normally do here to make them look more like washers and dryers. So definitely check that out. I did a speed build of that, of course. And she picks her top 10 favorite builds and features them on her channel as cool little machinimas with music over them. So hopefully she'll pick mine. If not, I won't be offended because there's some amazing creations. Like, I don't think mine's that great compared to some of the other amazing builders, but it is cool. It's cool to see. So I'll try to link that below. And if I forget, remind me, depending on the future circumstances. Okay, I'm getting way off topic here. Anyways, adding some more industrial elements to that hallway where the closets are in the hallway, which I guess isn't too weird, right? I mean, a lot of hallways have little closets in them, like coat closets, but those are the main closets for the house, and they're the walk-in ones, which I had no idea the Sims can actually go in there and try on different outfits, which you saw me player testing. I don't know exactly how that works, if they can purchase those outfits or if it's just like a little mini fashion show, but either way, I thought that was adorable. So we have those 2 functioning closets in the middle of the hallway, and right now we're working on the game room / living room, and I wanted to keep this house just really fun and fresh, and I don't know, put items in here that you would see in like a really cool industrial loft apartment. Well, I guess it's not really a loft apartment, is it? Ooh, if it was 2 stories, I could have made it even cooler. Ooh, but that's okay. If you guys want to see that, if you want to see a 2-story industrial loft apartment, let me know. But the big, beautiful windows were my inspiration because you can see the entire city from up here, which is great. So I figured this was a great room to get together, have your friends come over, play some foosball, watch some TV, play some video games. I think there's darts and a bar. I don't know. There's a lot to do in here. And again, you have that amazing view of the city from up here. So I really like the way that this apartment came out. At first, I was kind of like, oh, industrial. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. But I got super inspired, and I love the way it came out. I'm really happy with it. I'm really proud. And I mean, wait, right here, I wanted a dining table, or not dining table, a coffee table, and I've seen Deligracy do this, and I always forget. I've seen her do this like over a year ago, where she takes the coffee tables and combines them to make a big round one. And yeah, I decided to finally do that, and I think it came out really cool. But what I was going to say is make sure you stick around to the very end, because there is going to be a little machinima tour where I go through and, view the apartment at Sims eye level, at a Sims view, and I'll lay some little music over that so you can get a good look at the tour, a good look at the apartment, which I like doing those little machinimas as opposed to screenshots, even though they take a lot more time. Like, honestly, they're like recording and editing a whole second video, but I think it's worth it because it really makes the apartment and the build come to life. So I do that in all of my speed builds. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, I already explained what it was, but definitely make sure to stick around for that at the end. It makes things pop. It makes you really see what the apartment's like. And sometimes I even have the Sims running around and interacting with the objects, so you can get a good look at that as well. But yeah, I love doing those little machinima tours. They're fun. All right, so curtains. Curtains is something I could talk about forever. Well, maybe not forever. I don't use them that often. They don't fit the windows right. They're so annoying. They lock into certain places that you don't want them to necessarily lock into. There's some tricks you could do to make them, move around and fit, but then when there's different sized windows, or they don't fit properly. I don't want to go on a mini rant, but I just did. So I did get curtains in this build. I got them in every window, I'm pretty sure. Some of them look good, some of them look weird, but I did it. See, look, there's a random sim in my apartment, in my bedroom nonetheless. And there she is, eating my food at my kitchen counter. What? How rude. Sorry, just channeling my little Michelle Tanner there. My inner Michelle Tanner. But yeah, it's a two-bedroom apartment. Man, that girl's sitting there eating my cereal on my counter. Oh, another cool thing. I didn't realize that the mirrors functioned like dressers, and I don't know if they were like that in The Sims 3, and I never noticed it, but if you don't have room for a dresser in a bedroom, you can just put a mirror, and they can still change their outfit through that, which I think is super cool. But like I said, we do have those closets in the hallway, and I think each bedroom has a mirror in it as well, so you could definitely change your outfits, no problem. But I was going to say this probably isn't really suited for a kid, maybe a teenager, but I definitely see it as like two young adults sharing an apartment. But of course, you could download it and put whatever you want in it, however you want. It will be on the gallery, and don't forget to check out Maks' channel as well. That will be linked below. I can't wait to see what she did with her apartment. And guys, also make sure to subscribe. I post videos 7 days a week. There is no shortage of Sims videos here. I also live stream every Sunday, and I would love it if you subscribed and joined our little Sim family. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay for that tour. I'll see you next time. Bye!